look at me. Know what you see?
Hi, hello everyone, we're Plann3r. I want to start out by saying that 12.6% of the time of the employees are wasted on trying to set up group calls and meetings, which is huge. We talked to a lot of consultants, sales executive managers, and we found out if they want to have a meeting with several people, they need to send a lot of emails, conduct a lot of phone calls, and this is just a waste of time. We believe that one interaction should be sufficient to find the perfect moment. And how are we going to do that? Well, if I want to plan a meeting with you guys, we're going to use your iCloud, your Exchange, your Office 365, your Gmail calendar. We'll put these calendars on top of each other, and Plann3r will automatically find the perfect moment, taking into account appointments that are already in your calendar, your location, your travel time, and your personal preferences. So in one interaction, without losing any bit of privacy, together we can find the perfect moment to have a meeting. We know that we're not the first one to come up with something in this space, and we identified 3 different categories. First, we have the dumb tools, like a Calendly and a Doodle. A Calendly works okay if you want to have a one-on-one meeting, but you cannot do these group meetings. Then we have our mail-based tools, like an X.ai, a Julie Desk. It's interesting for the person trying to send out the mail invite, because he just has to do one invite, but the people receiving the invite still have to answer 10 or 15 emails before a moment can be found. And then, of course, the third ones are the personal assistants. Higher management, they have their own personal assistant, they do all the scheduling for them, really easy, but still the personal assistant loses a lot of time on trying to set up these meetings. And then, of course, you have Plann3r, where 30 seconds is enough, both for the sender and the invitees. We identified 4 really important customer segments. First of all, we have our consultants who are working at multiple companies and at the same time. They lose a lot of time trying to set up these meetings in different companies. Then we have our small, medium enterprises. We have our managers and sales agents. And last, we have our service-oriented industries. This was something that we discovered lately. That we are running a pilot now with a hospital in Antwerp, and we found out that they lose a lot of time trying to set up meetings with the different doctors of the different departments to find that moment that suits to talk about that specific patient. And that's where Plann3r came in really handy for these hospitals. What is the market opportunity? Well, we found there was a lot of research conducted, and they found out that 4.8 hours were wasted each week on trying to set up meetings. If we take a conservative labor cost of 40 euros per hour, then we see that each year, 8,000 euros is wasted per employee. This is insane. How are we going to make money? Well, Plann3r is a freemium SaaS company, which means that everyone can start using Plann3r, and we want to acquire as many users as possible. Then we see 2 ways of monetizing our product. First, we have the upsell to the premium tier. As a free user, you can use Plann3r and send 5 meeting invites. But if you go to the professional tier, you have unlimited meeting invites. You can customize the pages where your invitees will land on. You can customize your invitees. You have a lot more power. And then second, we see this business model as a lead generation tool. Just imagine a consultancy firm like Delaware, for example. There are already 5 consultants that are using Plann3r. Then we can use this information to build a business case to convince their upper management of the true power and the potential of Plann3r. What is our go-to-market strategy? First of all, we have cold outreach and digital marketing, which works really well for us. Second, we have B2B direct sales. We saw for our pilots that we're setting up that they need a direct contact to talk about the requirements. Third, we have the partnership with CRMs. We offer CRMs an extra feature in their software, and in exchange, we get access to their customers. And finally, the viral coefficient through meeting invites. This is a really important one for us. If I want to plan a meeting with you guys, I'm the only one who needs Plann3r. And still, you guys can feel the power and enjoy Plann3r to find this perfect moment. Really important for us. Where are we at the moment? In May 2016, we started with our small MVP. We built a web app to test a lot of our assumptions, see how customers are using our platform, and we learned a lot. we did some things right, but we did a lot of things wrong. The first thing we changed is that we started developing smart plugins. We learned that today, businesses are using mails to schedule meetings, and they want to do that tomorrow as well, but in a smarter and more efficient way. So now we have a plugin that just lives in your Outlook, lives in your Gmail. Then in October, we were accelerated by IMAC, and then in March, we saw that we already had quite some traction on our platform. We had more than 550 registered users. These are free users. And we had some corporate pilots. We have the hospital in Antwerp. That's we're doing a pilot with them now. And then last week, we closed 3 more pilots. One of them is with a company in Amsterdam. Then in April, we thought, like, OK, it's time to do a UX, UI redesign, because we learned from our customers that we really solve a pain for them, but at the moment, it's just not user-friendly enough. There was a huge problem that our customers were having. So we started with our UX, UI redesign, and now it's almost done. In May, we start again with a beta launch, and in this beta launch, it will be a closed beta, and not everyone will be able to access it, but I already saw some people here in the crowd who received a private invitation of me. If someone else is interested, just talk to me, and I can hook you up. So then by June, we will do the official relaunch. We will also apply for a feasibility study. We're also talking with some CRM system, task management systems for the partnerships, so that by Q3, we reach the holy grail of startups being the product market fit. Then it's time for an extra investment and to scale in Q4. I will quickly go over the financing since I don't have that much time, but if you want more details, I can send you my financial plan or a business plan. So now we're starting with talking with some business angels to close our pre-seed financing round in combination with the IWT grant. Then by the end of Q3, we're looking for a bigger ticket. We want to close a bigger investment round from 350K. And then you can see here in our financing that it's like a typical hockey stick model where you can see at the moment we are cash flow positive. Of course, I'm not doing this alone. I have an amazing team behind me. I'm Nicholas. I have a background in IT. I participated in several startup competitions. At the moment, I'm also working as a freelance growth marketeer. Then we have Ruben, who is at the moment completing his master in industrial engineering IT, and he's really our techie. Whatever technical challenge we have, we just throw it at him, and he solves it. It's amazing. Then, last of all, we have Cedric, and Cedric is completely different than the rest of us. He has a background as a master of law, then he did a master in general management, and he worked for 6 months in a VC firm in Mumbai. He is so different, but it's really nice to work with him because he has a completely different view on things than we have. Okay, I guess some of you really want to see how Plann3r works. Am I right? All right, so I will give you a really short demo. The demo that I'm going to show is how Plann3r works in Gmail. There's when you're using just an email client, how easy it works. So here you see, you can just compose your email. You can type in the invitees. You can type in the subject, and you're just typing your email as you're used to. Then at the moment you're done, you will just press the Plann3r button, and using natural language processing, we will analyze your email, and we will see what your intents are. So you just click it, and then we saw, OK, it's next week, between that moment. You can change the duration of the meeting. My standard is 30 minutes. I like power meetings. Add the invite, and it's in there, and it's sent. So as you could see, for the meeting organizer, it only takes 30 seconds. But then, what happens on the other side? How does it look for the receiver? He will get an email, of course, with this meeting invite. He clicks it, and then he arrives at a page that looks something like this. We're almost done at that point. We just need to know when this person is available. And there we have 2 ways of knowing that. The best way, of course, is that they share their calendar. Then we can work our magic, do all our awesome calculations. Or they can just pick the moments manually. We learned that not everyone has a calendar that they want to add to Plann3r, or they don't trust us yet, and then they have that opportunity. So just like, let's just share our calendars. You can choose one of these providers, you add it, and it's done. That's the only thing you have to do when you're receiving the invite. Then at the moment that everyone accepted the meeting invite, the meeting organizer will receive an email, ta-da, Plann3r found the best moment for you guys to meet. It's super, super easy. This is for the second situation. If you don't want to add your calendars, but just manually select some moments, it will look like this. You can just select some moments that you're available. The moments that are shown here, they're already pre-calculated, so only the moments that are optimal for everyone are shown there. So that was it. This was our Planner story. I hope it was a bit interesting for you guys. If any of you want access to our private beta that starts later this month, just come to me afterwards at the reception. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Was in orde?
Okay, it's time for the judges to ask some questions.
Let me perhaps start again with the same question as I ended the last round with. You already presented some financial figures, but are they based on actual research to what the users are willing to pay for the service? Because most of companies are, as you describe, subscribe to Office 365 or Gmail. Are they willing to pay extras?
Amazing question. I will start with this answer, and then I guess Cedric, our more financial guy, will take over. So we talk to a lot of different companies, a lot of different business people, and we always ask them, how much are you willing to pay? We know people will lie in our face, but we were like, okay, we want to have an idea on how big the pain is, how much are they willing to pay? And in our surveys, we found that they were willing to pay up to 25 euros a month for our product. But now, as our pricing as it is now, we will only charge 29 euros per year per user, which is tremendously lower than the amount that they're willing to pay. So there is a willingness to pay, but there's also a strategy behind why we want this pricing. But maybe you can follow up a bit?
In terms of, because we're a SaaS company, one thing that's important is the cost of acquiring a customer, a paying customer. For us, what Nicholas explained in our go-to-market, something that's very important is, one, the viral coefficient. If somebody sends out 5 meetings every month, the people that receive the meeting invite will maybe use Plann3r as well and send out invites. So that's one aspect. Secondly, we use a lot of cold emails, cold email marketing, which we found a way to make more scalable. So that's also a cheap form of acquiring a customer. If we now look into paid marketing, so your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Google Display network, then it would be between 48 euros to get a free user. If we have a conversion rate of about 5%, it means that we would, if we would get 100 users, that 5 of them would pay for Plann3r, so they would pay 29 euros, which is 150 euros roughly. If we take into account a lifetime of 3 years, which is very conservative, you have 150 times 5 is, I'm making it complicated for myself, is 750 for cost of acquiring of 400, which is about, let's say, 1.5 and 2, between 1.5 and 2, which is not a good metric for a SaaS company, but it's not the main driver of our customers.
Okay, clear enough if you have it in an Excel.
Yeah. We have a very complicated Excel sheet file.
Pretty impressive presentation.
Thank you.
I would like to ask, what drives you as a team? That's the first thing. And then a totally different question which I have is, how would your company look like in 2022?
Okay, cool. For me, the most important thing is that while we're doing this, we're having a lot of fun. Every day we're just having fun. It's so much fun to work together with them, tackle all the challenges that come to us. We learn so much. I cannot say it, I cannot repeat it enough, but by doing all of this ourselves, by doing this, we learned so much, and it's been such a valuable and really interesting journey to do this, and it has been amazing to do it with these guys. But then talk a bit more about our vision of the future. Yeah, this is not the end, of course. This is just the beginning. And we strongly believe in a couple of things. Like, first of all, maybe you want to answer this question, or?
Yeah. First of all, I want to add something to the thing you said about the team dynamics. Like, we're quite an exceptional team. It's quite often happens that Nicolas sends me or calls me in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m., like, hey, the server's down, dude, can you just fix it? And then I'm like, I have to fix it. So we have a really, really nice dynamic, and it's been great so far. Regarding the vision for the future, we really believe in zero UI. Like, everyone deserves a virtual assistant in what way or what thing you want it. And we really believe in things like the Alexa, Amazon Alexa, Google Home, or even just like saying to Siri, like, hey Siri, can you just schedule me a meeting with all of you guys? We really believe that this is the future and this will happen. So we are also targeting this thing to be more close to the user, like more into the user actually.
Yeah, we want to be there where the user needs us. Our mission is to give everyone their own personal assistant, the one they deserve.
I'm just going to give not a real question, but some advice, because the competitors are all the big boys I can see, like Doodle and stuff. But in the east of Flanders, I already know 2 startups who are doing something similar. So you're doing like this, but maybe it's interesting enough to learn to know them and maybe to work together, because it's important to have a good USP against those big boys, because otherwise I think it's easy to copy. So just a bit of advice that I want to give you, not a real question.
All right, thank you.
One of your main competitors has a pricing of like 4 to 5 times of your price.
Yeah.
How would you see this?
Yeah, so the price that we have now is really for MVP. And we have this pricing because for us, it's a bit of validation. If at some point we have users that are willing to pay, even though it's only 29 euros a year per user, for us, this is validation that the pain that we're solving with the product that we have now, that it's the right one, and that we have our product market fit. That's really important for us. Otherwise, there are also some other things that go into that thought. Like, for example, if you add your Visa account to Plann3r, but yeah, we can talk about it later. But yeah.
Nice presentation.
Thank you.